Hey, Bob Garon here with Head and Heart Space. I am at beautiful Goose Creek Falls. So it was maybe about a mile and a half down from the trailhead to the falls. And actually the sign said that this is bear country, so I better keep my eye out. I hope that we don't get interrupted by one of them because I don't want to see our furry friend on the trail. But it was just beautiful. And the whole way down and coming up, I was left to my thoughts. And I got inspired. I was thinking about some things I've been learning lately. And that's really just about keeping my mouth shut when people share their story. When you get, not in all cases, but when you get to a part that is really deep for them or painful for them or just maybe even awkward. You know, sometimes as humans, we want to fix things. I know I do. We want to help people. We want to help solve problems. And if we hear something that's within something that we can give wisdom or insight to, we want to open our mouth and speak. But sometimes the best thing that we can do is be silent. Sometimes all people need is our presence, our silence and our presence. They need our empathy. They need us to understand and relate to them if possible. And if not, then compassion and grace. And what we do to screw things up is to open our mouth and let things fly out. And sometimes it's the wrong thing. Sometimes it's not even helpful at all. And oftentimes the best thing to do is to just be there with them. And that speaks a lot. That speaks more than any words that you can share. And places like this, out in nature, you know, I love it. And I try to go hiking as often as I possibly can. And if I can't come to mountains like this or trails, then I just go out in my neighborhood and I walk with Lisa. We go out pretty much every night unless it's downpouring. And sometimes even then we put on our raincoats. But you know, whenever we're able to escape and be in places like this, it's good for us. It's healthy for us. I spent 22 years in the fitness field, and I owned my own gym for half of that time. I was helping people get healthy physically, but there's also a mental component, a psychological component to it. Now I help people with their spiritual health as a pastor, and so I'm able to help them with the trio of their whole self, the physical, the psychological, and the spiritual. But I don't need to always say things. I don't need to always have the right thing to say. And that's okay. And awkward silence is okay. And oftentimes silence is good. I'm finding that a lot. So I just want to encourage you with that, and I hope it helps your interaction with people. And sometimes you'll need to say things. But many times, people just want to listen. And they don't want to think that you're just listening to get your turn to speak. So I want to encourage you to practice listening. I'm going to do the same thing. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to finish this hike. Hopefully no bears are on the trail ahead of me or behind me because I don't want to have to think about looking back. But see you next time.
Feel like you could never leave. Do the same, we can't go back. This is all we need.